Hello everyone and welcome back. I know it has been quite some time since I have been on YouTube, but we have a lot to catch up on. First of all, happy November. I cannot believe it is November. This year to me has flown by so fast and has been quite eventful for me and my family. So I can't wait to catch up with you guys, just kind of tell you the things that I have been going through. Nothing too bad, but it has been a quite full year. But I will say, I have been off of YouTube and I haven't been checking my YouTube as much, but when I logged back in and saw how many of you have reached out to me, have emailed me, asking about my videos, if you only knew how much that means to me, I feel so grateful and so blessed to have this little YouTube family. I find you guys, I feel like you guys are my family, my friends. It's just a nice community to have here on this platform. But it really did mean the world to me that you guys have reached out and checked up on me, and I'm excited that I am back. So let's catch up. So I was going through my videos and I saw that the last video that I posted, I believe was in January. And then from that time on, just things been happening. So one thing I have never disclosed on my channel is that I do have a autoimmune disease, something that I have been battling with, dealing with since my 20s. And I am up there in age, but yes. And one of the things that come along with that is obviously inflammation, fatigue, and you have seasons where you're doing really good and your health is good, and then you have other seasons where you don't feel the best. And it was my season. It was that time. So, from time to time, I do really well, and then from time, the side effects of this autoimmune disease does kick in full gear, which I'm not feeling my best. You're aching and a little bit in pain. So I want to say from after that first video up until April, it was a tough couple months. I was dealing with that and I started to feel better. And so we got over that hump. One thing I will say that has contributed to me feeling better, because I wasn't feeling my best. And then my husband and I decided we're going to juice. We're going to make these anti-inflammatory juices, which we did, which consisted of beets, apple, carrot, ginger, turmeric, pineapple, and celery. We had a lot of anti-inflammatory components in that juice. And I was drinking about 3 to 4 ounces every morning and before I went to bed. And it definitely helped tremendously. And we did that for quite some time, which we have fallen off the wagon of that, but we're about to start doing that again really soon. So I was feeling so much better because I was trying to avoid taking over-the-counter medicine or pain pills. So I wanted something more natural that would help me and anyone that is dealing with an autoimmune disease or with inflammation that's causing you to be, have some aches and pains. Turmeric and ginger will be your best friend. It definitely helps a lot. And I have taken this throughout the years, but we decided to do a juice that's going to go ahead and provide us other nutrients for our bodies. So that's why we decided to add the beets, which is good for your heart, and just try to clean up our diet and treat our bodies a little better. So once I got over that hump, I also had some travels that I already had booked, which one of my travels was Japan. So then when April came, I already had the trip booked for Japan that I was going to go with my son, which I will say that if that is a place that is on your bucket list and that you want to visit, I highly, highly encourage you at one point in your lifetime to definitely go. I came back with a new perspective in life. I was blown away with Japan. And I think I have a couple of snippets that I took, and I'm going to go ahead and plug them in for you so you guys can get a little glimpse of what we experienced over there. But I went with my son, and those are memories that are going to last forever. That's something that I have been living by for the past probably couple years, trying to be more present, trying to invest in ourselves, such as whether it's eating good food, enjoying time with family and friends, taking a trip with my kids or with a friend. Those are things that I thoroughly want to invest in. I'm going to continue to invest in when I can. It's not something I can do all the time, obviously, but when I can, definitely want to focus and being more present. But Japan was breathtaking. I mean, we're going back as a family, not yet, but we're hoping, fingers crossed, in 2027, which is quite some time from now, we're planning to take a family vacation over to Japan. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in these snippets. That way you can get a little glimpse of what we experienced. And till this day, my son and I still talk about that time that we went to Japan. If I can go back in time, I would love to go, but it was a wonderful time that I had with him and memories that will last forever. In Japan, and that was in April. And I also did a mother and daughter trip with my mom. We went to Vegas. One thing about my mom, she loves the little slot machines in Vegas, and she's never been. And my goal was to experience that with her at least one time. My mom doesn't get out a whole lot, so I wanted to treat her and spoil her, and I brought her to Vegas for her birthday. So we did have that time together, which I was so thankful for as well. And then later in the year, my husband, Travis, his mom had some health scares, and we were taking care of her. His whole summer, he was taking care of her. She needed him the most, and he was there. And then shortly after that, my mom had knee replacement surgery. So it has been a quite eventful year between health and just, prioritizing family and taking care of our parents, since we are in that season right now. And just recently, our youngest has moved out. So Travis and I are officially empty nesters. We have 4 kids between us, from the ages of youngest 19 to almost a 30-year-old. So it's bittersweet, because we look forward to him spreading his wings, finding himself, being independent, because we know that is a stage in their life, and he's been craving that. So we're so excited for him. But yes, we were sad. The first couple of days, I kept talking to him, or he will call me and ask me, how do you make this? And Travis and I were like, the house is quite empty. Like we were kind of sad the first couple of days, but he's doing really, really good. And we see our kids a lot. So we visit them and spend time together. Recently, just probably last weekend, I was at my son's house, and it was his birthday, and we were there cooking, laughing, chatting, eating good food at mom's cooking. So I cooked for them. So we're definitely getting in a better groove of things. But again, it has been definitely an eventful year. One thing, I was very bummed that September came, fall came, and I have not put out any fall content. But again, I don't want to stress myself out with vlogging. I get so hard on myself, because before I would always say, I have to put out at least one video a week. Well, when you work full time and you still have to take care of a house and do adult things. It's sometimes so hard, and the weekends are the only time that I have to vlog, and then that consumes my time on the weekends. Not that I don't like it, because I love creating YouTube videos, but I need to find a balance, and I think that's something that I struggle with, because I'm so focused, like I need to put out this video once a week, that it eats up my weekend, and then Monday rolls around and here we are back in the typical work week. So I am back. I will be putting out videos again. I won't have a schedule. I wish I was like these YouTubers that have like a set schedule, but I just don't have the time, and it won't allow me to do that. So I know we are in November, and I want to put out at least one, maybe two. I think I'm pushing it, but at least one fall video before we transition into Christmas. So we are in November. I typically like to put my tree up by mid-November. So I'm going to try to squeeze in at least one fall video, which I will work on next for you guys. That way I just enjoy fall. You guys know that I love fall so much, which I love Christmas just as much. It's just Christmas to me is just more magical, the lights and everything that comes along with Christmas. And then fall, it's just as cozy, but I don't know, fall is just a different feeling. But I am going to put out one fall video, which will follow after this. And again, I am back on YouTube. I have missed you guys tremendously. So incredibly grateful, thankful for this community that I have here on this platform. And I just look forward to putting out videos. Again, it won't be, sometimes they may be weekly, sometimes I may go a week or two, maybe 3 without putting a video, but we all are okay over here on our end. And I do look forward to spending at least the Christmas season, the month of December, with you, with some cozy Christmas and magical videos. So thank you so much for waiting so patiently, but I do look forward to seeing you guys very soon. And as always, guys, have a wonderful November and fall season, and soon Thanksgiving. So can't wait to see you guys really soon. Bye, guys.